Local and nationally acclaimed artists will be painting the town in Murray Hill for the second annual Jacksonville Mural Fest. Here to tell us about it is Jason Tetlak, muralist and festival director. Jason, thanks so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So this is the second annual Mural Fest, and Murray Hill is kind of in your crosshairs. So tell us, first of all, how you chose the neighborhood, and then how you've selected some of the places that are going to see artwork.
So the idea of the festival is to focus attention on a different neighborhood each year. So we moved the festival around, and this year we're focusing on Murray Hill. There's already some great artwork in that neighborhood, so we thought it would be a great fit. And essentially the first thing we do is canvass the neighborhood looking for walls and approaching business owners to see if they'd be interested. And then once we have secured funding, we can sort of decide how many of those walls we can paint. And then we start inviting artists to kind of match them. So like a little matchmaking program where we take this artist's style will look good on this wall, or this artist is a nationally acclaimed artist that wants something a little bit bigger, we'll put them on this wall. So it's a very long process that's culminating this week. Very excited about it.
It must be logistically challenging. What kind of questions do business owners have when you approach them? What are their concerns? What are their what kind of obstacles do you hit?
Obviously, business owners are concerned about turning people off to their business. So that's our number one concern from business owners is like, am I going to offend anybody? We can't have anything too racy or political. So a lot of the artwork has to be sort of toned down, and I have to match artists' styles with certain businesses to make sure that we can smooth things over. But we do run into some property owners who just are not interested in having art on their walls at all. So there are lots of gray walls around the city that owners just apparently really love gray. And
there are, to be fair, also a lot of new murals around the city. I mean, they have become more present than not. And that's a huge change from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. There were almost no murals then.
Yeah, and murals have become a great placemaking tool. They draw attention to businesses way better than a sign. We see so many signs throughout our day that we just sort of ignore them. But when you come around a corner and you see a mural, like it grabs your attention a little bit more. They become a great placemaking tool. And
it's a great way, it seems like, for communities to kind of identify themselves.
Yes.
You look at places like, in St. Petersburg or whatever, they've really pushed murals, and they're omnipresent, but they really are part of the experience of that part of the city.
Yeah, and they become part of your identity. And Murray Hill is a great example of that. It's been revitalized over the last 10 years, and the murals that have gone up in that neighborhood have really played a big part of that. It becomes kind of, artists go into a neighborhood, they put up cool stuff, and then people realize like this is a fun place to hang out or a fun place to live. And so it really helps build up an identity for a neighborhood.
And so tell us a little bit about some of the locations that we'll see, and if people are interested in watching these be created, how they can participate in the Mural Festival.
Okay. The main strip in Murray Hill, the Edgewood Avenue, where a lot of the businesses and restaurants are located, will have several murals happening down that strip. And then also the Murray Hill Baseball Park will have several murals happening there. And we've tried to keep most of the stuff close so you can do sort of a walking tour, self-guided walking tour of about half a mile to a mile to walk around and see all of the different murals. If you want to come out during the week, artists are out there all day. They all have their own schedule. So some of them like to work early, some of them like to work late. But if you come through the neighborhood, you'll see artists painting pretty much all day this entire week. We have some activities throughout the week where you can come out and meet the artists at some of the local businesses. I think tomorrow we're going to do some axe throwing at one of the places. And then Thursday, we're going to have a panel discussion with the artists so you can come and ask questions and learn about their history and stuff. And then Saturday is the big festival day where people can come out and see the finished murals and walk the neighborhood and sort of discover some of those little shops and restaurants that are there.
And we should say, you've done more than 80 murals in states around the country. Are you also going to be working on something this week?
I might put up a little something, but most of my attention this week is focused on managing the artists, making sure they have everything they need, and sort of managing the whole process. And then if I have time later in the week, I might put something up and surprise everyone.
No small task. We have a link to your Instagram, I think, on our website where people can get more information. But for people who just want to find it organically, what's your handle?
It's at Jack's Mural Fest.
All right. It runs well, I guess it really already started over the weekend. People are at work, but it runs through the 31st, and that's the big day.
Yeah. Some of the artists wanted to get a jump on things, so they started this weekend because we had some nice weather.
Beautiful
and they knew
weather.
it was going to get cold.
That's right.
So they started a little early, and then Saturday things will sort of wrap up, and we'll have some events happening, some live music. Riverside United Soccer Club is going to host their little weekly pickup soccer game in the neighborhood. We'll have some vendors and stuff happening. So Saturday will be the big day to come out from 12 to 4 and check out the neighborhood.
All right. Well, Jason Tetlak, thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.